You party people in the place to be. What's good? Welcome to Knicks Freestyle. Here is your host, creator, El Presidente, the Gestapo, the executive producer and creator and owner, Freaky.
Yo,
Salute. What's good,
salute,
boss?
salute, my guy. What's up, good people? What's up? What's up? Another great Wednesday in Nick's universe.
Absolutely.
How,
Absolutely.
how you doing, folks? Thanks for taking times out your busy schedule to rock with us. Do us a favor before we even get started. Hit that like. You see that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a show.
Exactly. Turn those notifications to all. Only 2.9% of y'all have y'all notifications turned to all. That is the
Come on.
difference between Blorange Tears being Blorange Tears and Blorange Tears being SNY. Turn all them
We need
notifications.
the people.
Yeah,
This is the
man.
biggest barbershop on the planet. We need those people. We need y'all. We love y'all. Come on. We don't want y'all to miss a moment.
Now one now one right? Hey, so the topic for the show, everybody, is the Knicks are walking into the fire, and that's a good thing. But before we talk about strength of schedule and the playoff run and things of that sort, I want to ask my guy Free Keith how he feels about the Jeremy Sohan signing. Y'all already know how I feel. Y'all know I feel like he's gonna be our Ron Artest. You already know that from me, right? But I'm gonna ask y'all I'm gonna get Free Keith's take on this. Free Keith, what do you think about the signing of Jeremy Sohan?
Before I go into that, my little soliloquy before we get started. What I want you guys to ask yourself, where are you in your perception of this team? You know what I'm saying? Do you look at the team as, oh, we're still a rebuilding team, we're a building team, or are we for real a uh, a team competing for the chip? You know what I'm saying? Like, which team are you? Because I think a lot of our perspectives get our wires crossed because we're all talking from different perspectives of what we see the team and where we see the team on the championship timeline.
Absolutely.
Personally, I see us as a contending team. I see us as a contending team, which in my opinion is different. The needs are different. The players I want to see playing are different. The things I want to see going on are different than when we were that building team. The things that I would allow, the things that like, oh, like let's try this, let's this, that, the other. Those things to me, in my opinion, are from when we were a building team. I look at this as a chip competing team right now. Like we're a contender. So to me, the needs are different. All right. I just wanted to say that so like you guys get an understanding of where my rants come from. What headspace I'm in terms of where I see us on the timeline. That being said, I think Sohan can be a pickup piece for us, much in the way much in the way that iHeart was for for um for that bum ass team for for SGA and them. He's not going to be by any means a star player. I'm not saying like, oh, like, oh, he was the missing link and this, that, and the other. No, but I think he will give us. the defensive boost on that second unit that gives us a full 48 minutes of high-powered defense. That's what I think about. So, he allows us to complete a 48-minute stretch of top-quality defense. That's why I see as the biggest bonus for that pickup. I'm very, very pleased in Leon. I know he tried to get him before through trade and couldn't, or I guess wouldn't pay whatever the price was. But like, yo, Leon, he might not make all the hits you want, but the hits that he makes, man. So Sohan and Alvarado, good low impact hit. I mean, good low, like, what's it called? Low risk, very high reward moves. I dig it. So my view on Sohan, it was a positive pickup, and I see him being helpful. And I see him being helpful in a very big way. Even at like 10 to 15 minutes a game.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to because I know how you are with like how you like your basketball team to look. To me, Jeremy Sohan is, what if Anthony Mason, rest in peace, Jose Alvarado was aggressive and had super tough attitude? That's Jeremy Sohan. Now, I understand that's not everyone's cup of tea, right? Like, I'm not going to call him a dog. That's a general term, whatever. I mean, I watched the Westminster Dog Show the other day, and the winner of that was a dog, right? A show dog, right? So, but what I will say is this, and not to offend Free Keith, right? But Jeremy Sohan off rip is automatically he brings an edginess, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, right? I know Freaky just mentioned maybe low impact, and I respect Freaky's stance on that. In my opinion, my stance, just to restate, I think Jeremy Sohan is that aggressive wing player in the mold. I think he's going to bring some Xavier McDaniel type element to the Knicks. Maybe not all at once. Right, maybe not all at once, because it's a new place. You have to get acclimated. You don't want to come in and disrupt the chemistry and things of that sort. Right, but there may be an element of a more aggressive Anthony Mason type element, and it may rub some Knicks fans the wrong way. But that's where I am with it.
I like the Xavier McDaniels. Comparison better than Mason, because Mace provided offense as well, and I don't know that I'm not looking at Jeremy as being as offensively gifted, but I do think comparing the two eras, we will get this era's version of that era's defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, comparable for this era. So, like, defensively, I see the comparison, but I think I would give him more like Xavier McDaniels. Than Anthony Mason. But either is good to me, in my opinion, because it's more so the attitude that I need. Like, right. I think that our guys, like, I love our team, but like, it's filled with nice guys. And I get it. That's good for team. That's good for camaraderie or whatever it is. But you need a little bit of that attitude, especially being a Knicks team. Everybody is coming to the Garden. MSG is the world stage. Everybody coming there is coming with their best game. That's why off-brand dudes, like off-brand dudes, will come to MSG and have the games of their whole career against us. So like traditionally, like we get beat, it'll be some off-brand dude on the team that just like blew up that night and never see him again. Never see that performance from him again the whole season. You know what I'm saying? So being that teams come there to show out, we can't expect to out offense everybody every night. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to lean into physicality. We got to be able to like shake dudes' confidence off. That's what, to me, guys like Alvarado and Sohan represent. That's why. That's more than anything else why I love those pickups. You need that attitude.
I think Alvarado is edgy.
And Leon knows it too. That was the whole reason for the PJ pickup last season.
Yeah.
The PJ Tucker pickup. That was the only reason. They know it. Like, yo, like guys a little bit, they're a little bit soft and nice, bro. Like, you need a little bit of that aggression.
You noticed, did you see that Jeremy Sohan had a press conference?
Oh no, I ain't see the press conference. What did he say?
Press conference for Jeremy Sohan, brother.
What did he say? What did he say? Anything noteworthy?
Nah, this is what he said into the microphone. Nah, he had a press conference for real, man. He had a press conference for real. He had his hair dyed orange and blue already. You know what I'm saying?
It's orange and blue already?
Already, bro.
Yeah.
Already.
And I seen him mouthing off. I seen him mouthing off on social media, like, yeah, I think he's ready.
Yeah, hey man. Hey man, I'm gonna say, man, is
when a cat is excited to be here, I'm excited for him to be here.
Bro, yeah, man. Yeah, and so my guy had like 10 other teams he could have signed with. Just saying.
So that just lets me know that they convinced him that he's going to be playing. So like he's going to be playing. I'm seeing a lot of conversation like, oh, whose minutes he going to take, this, that, and the other. Like, yo, I hate to bomb it on y'all. And again, referencing my early soliloquy, Mo Diawara, who I love, who has actually shown himself to actually have been developing, and he's on a good track, but he's probably going to lose minutes. And I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Not mad at that.
Okay.
Because at the stage that we're in, we're not in a developmental stage. We're in the championship contending stage. And the best 8-9 dudes on the roster that make everything work, run with them. And we're gonna see if Sohan is one of those guys, and I think that he is.
Right. Yeah. All right. So
and he's only 22.
Bro, yeah, he'll be 23.
For you,
he'll be 23 this spring. But
for all y'all youth lovers.
Yeah, he's still young though. Yeah. So what are you thinking about? Like, I want to ask you about the Pistons game, but not only the Pistons game coming up, but how do you feel about the remaining schedule and the strength of that schedule, how the Knicks are gonna manipulate it?
No, I'm hearing talk like, oh, we have the seventh hardest schedule in the Eastern Conference for the rest of the season. I don't know how those joints is tabulated, but I see a stretch of games that got some teams that we need to beat, and also some games that could be trap games.
Okay. So according to Tankathon, the Knicks have the 11th toughest remaining schedule, right? The 11th toughest strength of schedule
in the league.
In the league. But here's the thing.
To me, that's pretty high.
Yes, that's pretty high considering considering that the Knicks themselves are on others' strength of schedule too, right? So take the Knicks off the Knicks schedule because you can't play yourself. I mean, unless you Fat Joe when you tell stories or whatever. But when you consider the other teams in front of like the Knicks, where Denver has the toughest at 55%, OKC at 54%, Minnesota at 52%, Chicago at 52%, Boston at 51.8, Brooklyn at 51.5, Detroit at 51.2, the Lakers and Suns at 50.8, the Spurs at 50.7, and your New York Knicks at 50.6. So the strength of schedule, once you get by a few, there's a group of teams together from Detroit to Washington who's tied with the Knicks. The strength of schedule is kind of tough there, man, because the Knicks have one game against Detroit, 2 games against OKC, 1 game against the Spurs, 1 game against Boston, 1 game against Denver, and 2 remaining games against the Houston Rockets.
To me, yeah, those are the games that I have circled, and I got a couple circles around the Detroit game. Honestly, win or lose, it don't really matter. They still have the season advantage on us. But I need us to beat them. I do not think it's wise to go into this playoffs having never smashed them once, Paul. I do not like the idea of that young team going into the playoffs with a huge amount of confidence going against us. Okay. Not that we couldn't overcome it. I'd rather not have that.
Okay.
Houston, teams like Houston that are out west, whatever, we lose a couple games to them, we win a couple games, whatever the case is. Playoff time, we're not going to see Houston in the finals. We're not seeing the West teams in the finals until the finals.
Okay.
And I don't think that Houston is cutting their way out that field to get to the finals. So I definitely, I'm not as concerned at this stage of the game with our losses and not that I'm not concerned with losses, but I'm saying our losses to our Western counterparts only because I think okay, cool. We got time to overcome that. We may not, by the time we see a Western team in the playoffs, we in the finals. So a whole different ball of wax. I just don't, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of losing every game to the Pistons, which is literally the only team that's on top of us in the East. Not a good run.
Okay. Tori B in the building, salute.
Oh, Tori pulled up. What up, Tori?
Yeah, what up? What up?
What's good? Oh, she left.
And disappeared. Miss Geraldine is in the building. Salute to everyone in the chat, man. We see y'all. Yo, Sharice is in the building. Salute.
Oh, word. Salute.
Yeah,
Thank you for watching.
Salute. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying about the Pistons. And I kind of feel the same way about the Houston Rockets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we gotta grab one, send a message to the powers out west to let them know that we ain't playing.
That would be good. Yeah, because I agree.
I know they watched us. win the Emirates Cup. It's but you didn't go through us. There are some teams that are legit gonna be in that mindset. They beat the Spurs, they didn't beat us.
Well, they ain't make it there, so
they didn't make it, right.
They can talk whatever they want. You think you could beat us, but you ain't beat who you needed to beat.
Nah, they didn't beat who they needed to beat. So there's
But that's just jokes because like I do look at them as a top as a problem. That team is built for business
right, right,
and they're excellently coached.
right. Definitely, definitely. But it's yo, Tori B, what's good?
What's good, good people? How's
And
everybody this evening?
scratching and surviving this.
Same, same,
Surviving.
same, same.
What it do,
Yo,
sis?
where you been? I was about to walk over to the crib.
Work.
I'm like, yo, what's up with
I've been working, man. Schedule is ridiculous.
schedule? Be ridiculous.
Ah, capitalism.
Yeah. Hey, Keith, listen, man.
It'll all be over soon.
It'll all be over. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Bro, I was just gonna say this to Keith because he'll get what I'm getting at. But bro, like, the man come to you and give you more responsibility and no money and be like, nah,
Yo,
but you higher up on the chick. Yo, people, your name means something. Hey, bro, I wish I can swipe my name and pay my bills with it. You know what
yo,
I'm saying?
talking about teamwork and think of the team and think the team ain't thinking about my wallet.
Yeah, man. Like, what?
Facts. Facts.
Yo, it's like you got to do everything everybody else got to do, but you got to do 3 morning meetings first, and then a closeout afternoon meeting, and then do the same thing everybody else do.
Oh, but you're a team player.
Yeah,
You get a
man.
pat. You get a pat on the back. Everybody needs to be like this guy. You're a
Yo,
model employee.
yeah, bottle man, bottle employee. Yeah, man. How concerned are the both of you with the 27 games remaining, with the OG injury, with the Deuce injury, with Mitch being monitored from game to game, or what it's the management piece. I'm not saying he's hurt. I'm talking about the injury risk management part, right? We're not putting a bad word on Mitch, putting bad mouth on Mitch, but the risk of injury management on Mitch. How comfortable are y'all that a new coach implementing a new system can navigate this last 27 games in a way that puts the Knicks in a familiar spot that they're used to, like a 50-win team with the arrow pointing up, heading into the playoffs?
This ain't a new system now. 27 games left to the season. No, that's that nonsense was people was trying to hand to me all the way up until like game 40. No, no. If the cats haven't gotten the system by now, then something is wrong.
Okay.
So like this is not about him testing out his system. What I want to test to see if this last stretch, the last 2 week stretch we had before All Star, if that holds up into this point, and that had more to do with the players than it had to do with the coach. And I give Mike Brown, I don't give Mike Brown no slack, but like that turn up, it wasn't nothing he was doing differently in coaching. It wasn't nothing he was doing differently in coaching. It was them dudes finally turning on after that players only meeting after that beatdown.
So you're not gonna give them any credit for going back to the Tom Thibodeau defense a little bit in that
Oh
stretch
no,
where they iced
no,
the
no,
pick.
no, no. It's not that I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I put it on the players. Like I
Okay.
see that they had to flip a switch. I wanted the test to me if that switch stays flipped.
Okay.
That's what
Players
if we play the rest of the season like we played coming into the All Star. Oh, we might be able to still take first place, first seed.
Okay. Okay.
I
What you
think.
feel? What you feel about that, Tori? How you feeling about that?
I feel like the next 27 games are going to be our test for the playoffs. Like, we got a lot of hard teams coming up. And I feel like that's gonna get us ready for what's to come. Um, I'm still not sold on Mike Brown. Like, I'm just not. I feel like the players are winning in spite of him a lot. I just, I'm not a fan. Um, but that aside, I think that we got what we needed from this All Star break, which is rest. Like, I jumped off a cliff when they lost. What was it, 9 out of 11 games?
Right.
But I felt I played my own self because I was the first person to say that it's fine. Like, they need rest. These guys playing hard, play with intensity, and the schedule just got the best of them. They didn't play more than they didn't have more than one night off of rest from the ending of that cup run till probably like a week or two before the All Star game. So they would play, have a night off, play a back to back, have a night off, play, have a night off. You can't get your legs behind that. So I jumped off a cliff and I went away from what I believe. So I think now that they got the arrest and I feel like they found their footing and they added a couple of crappy dudes to the mix. I just feel like they're gonna run a gamut. I don't see us losing very many games for the rest of the season. I don't think they're losing more than like 7 games for the rest of the season. So
Wow! What the heck?
I just,
Wow!
but I
We're
will
gonna
say
go. We're
this.
gonna go 20. We're gonna go 20 for
I,
7 the rest of the way. I like
that's
that.
what
Wow!
that's how I
I
feel.
like that. I
That's how I
like
Wow!
that.
feel.
Yo,
I
I just
like
got
that.
energized. I'm energized, man.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive, Tori. That's
I
aggressive. I
could.
like that.
I'm probably jumping out the window, but I don't feel
Nah,
like
jump,
everybody else does
jump, jump.
about us beating. I know everybody feels like it's super important for us to beat Detroit. I don't. I just don't. I don't even care if we beat them or not. It doesn't matter to me because we only beat them once last year. We didn't beat Boston at all. We didn't beat OKC. We didn't beat Cleveland. We
Now we,
lost to everybody. Did we beat Cleveland last year?
yeah, we beat Cleveland.
Eh, I'm just saying, like for the most part,
We beat
any
Cleveland,
team.
and we beat Boston once.
No,
All
we
I
didn't
need is
beat
one.
Boston at all last year. We didn't win. We didn't beat them.
They swept us.
They swept us. Yes, they did. We didn't win. We didn't. All the teams that were above, all the teams that were in the playoff hunt and the championship hunt, we lost to. We didn't beat
Mitch
any of
wasn't
those guys.
playing. Mitch wasn't playing.
One game we played
Wow.
Boston close was that last game before the end of the season. Like it
Mi-
don't
That,
matter to me. Like I feel
that
like
Mitch was playing.
when
Yes.
it's go time, they turn it up. And they've shown me that. And I know the skills competition don't mean nothing, right? It's just a bull
We
crap
gonna put a
game. We
banner
ain't gonna
up for
fight,
that.
but you get to see that when something is on the line, how you gotta step up. So all I'm gonna say
Yo,
is
I'm not.
if
I'm
it's
sorry. Go
trophies,
ahead.
we on
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's it. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. If it's
Hey,
trophies, we on it.
yo, I'm
Who's mine?
Team Tory tonight. I'm Team Tory tonight because like I
Yeah.
feel the same way. Cats like, oh, they won the cup. They won the Emirates Cup or whatever that is. They go heist the trophy. That don't mean nothing. Win the chip. No, win everything.
Right.
Win
If
everything.
it's in front of you and you gotta rise to
Eat,
the occasion and do it, and
eat.
you do it, that lets you know that you got another level.
Because winning begets
So,
winning.
yep.
It's a habit like anything else. Oh, if it's in front of you, I want you to. I don't care if it's a preseason game. I want you to want to win it.
Yep.
That's the, that's the basic building block. That's the basic building block.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not making
us.
fun of no win. Oh, word,
Right.
y'all won the shootout? Win. Yes. Yes. Win.
If you could hoist a trophy,
Teach
do it.
yourself how to win.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Are y'all amped or is this like is this a
I'm
feeling or y'all basing this in a
I love winning, bro. I'm
both.
sorry.
It's
I played sports. I like winning, bro. I
if you
like it.
look at
It feels
this,
good. Winning feels
you
way
look at
better. What I'm sorry. What did Tibbs
No,
say
go
about winning? And winning is like winning being the only fun. Like winning,
Right.
fun is winning. That's it. That's what's fun.
Okay.
it's both
I'm
for me,
sorry,
right?
Tori.
It's okay. It's both for me. It's a gut feeling, right? It's just like an intuition that I have, and that means absolutely nothing, right? So then you got to lean on hard facts. If you look at this roster from top to bottom with the pickups that they just made, there aren't very many teams as deep or as
Yes.
talented as it seems. So I got a lot to feel good about.
Yo, we got guys who are not going to be able to play, who can play.
Right. Right now, I'm not worried
This is
about a
what,
player going down.
not at
Like I'm just
all.
not. Multiple,
So
yeah.
you asked
One,
me about Deuce. I'm like, if I didn't have Alvarado, I'd be concerned about Deuce right now. I'm not concerned. Deuce can come back
Deuce
when Deuce
is
come
back in
back.
the
Get
farm.
healthy, brother.
Deuce is
I
out
like
only
that.
4 weeks.
Right.
No, that's what I'm
Because
saying. Like, I'm not concerned about him being
no,
out
I
right
get
now.
it.
Like,
Right.
I'm not. I'm
I'm not
not.
in a
And
space
that
where I'm
means
like,
that
oh
there's
God,
no
you can't
excuses.
play. Right.
You know what I'm
We putting a
saying?
lot of
Oh,
pressure on our guys, but
put Mo in. Put Sohan
so,
in. Like, good. We
right.
good. Like that's and Sohan gets rebounds. So like,
Right.
oh, okay, we got to replace Mitch. Mitch got to sit this game out. Okay, our rebounding numbers ain't going nowhere.
Right.
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 You you know what I'm the most? One of the things I'm most looking forward to is gonna sound crazy. I'm looking forward to Jeremy Sohan cussing people out in his
Me
British accent.
too. Me
That's what I'm
too.
looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Jeremy Sohan telling people off sounding like Idris Elba, like sounding like
Yo,
Charles. You know,
and I didn't even. It's funny. I didn't even know he was. He didn't. He didn't. I saw his colorful hair before this, that, and the. I watched him play. I liked how he played ball, but like I didn't know that he was really giving it up like that though. Like with the mouthing off, and the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh, you about that life? Yes, yes. That's
bro,
what we need.
he
We
was
need
he
that."
was a he was a full-time center in college at 6'8". He played not because he couldn't play point guard, right? But because some people just like the physicality of the game. Some people like that bumping and move that physicality piece. Right? Not that he couldn't play the three, but now that he's in the NBA, he's somewhere a hybrid of put him on the floor with whoever and he'll find a spot, he'll fit in and play it perfectly. Like and I know the term I use the term Swiss Army knife to death, but in this case where you have a guy that can play make, that sees the pass and can make that pass, that could my only concern with Sohan is how fast our shooting coach can bring him up to speed, like our shooting coach brought Josh Hart up to speed. Because Josh
Yo,
Hart, just let me finish this real quick. When Josh Hart got here, he was the same shooter as Jeremy Sohan, a guy that couldn't
no,
shoot and wouldn't shoot. And now Josh Hart is a reliable 3-point shooter, right? So how fast can we get Jeremy Sohan up to speed? Is that gonna? And I'm not saying is he gonna go from 29 to 40 as soon as he put his jersey on. What I mean is will that three be reliable by the time the playoffs start? And what I mean by reliable is can we get it
I
to from
would.
like 29 or 30 to 33, 34? Can we get it there where a
I would
team
love.
has to respect that shot?
I would love to see it, but I'm not counting on that.
Okay.
I'm not counting.
That's my question though.
I would welcome it, but I wouldn't count. I wouldn't count on. I wouldn't count on that jump in this amount of time. Like if this was like the beginning of the season, and yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if I would. I would welcome it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's impossible, but like there's a lot of habits that gotta change. There's a lot of you know what I'm saying? Like for that to appear in game, yeah. But I don't foresee him getting many shot attempts as it is, like that aren't at the rim.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the instances of him having like being open to shoot a three, which would be cool. Man, I don't.
See,
Because he could get a lot of those.
if we're, bro, so you know I respect your take, right? But here's why I think you're wrong, right? And not in the fact of how he's used, but wrong in how you think about it, right? I think you might be the thing is Jose Alvarado was not a 3-point shooter either. At I think he was 34%. And Jose Alvarado has only been here a week and some change and has already had a game where he knocked down 8 3-pointers and took 13 threes in a game.
I
Right?
mean,
Because hold on, let me finish. The thing is I know guys are what their resume says they are, right? Is there a place where we can give the Knicks coaching staff credit for getting guys the comfortable shot within the Knicks offense, whereas guys may not have been getting that shot in the offenses that they left? Because
I don't know that I don't know that they're
orchestrating
orchestrating too much of that. I don't know that they're orchestrating too much of that. And when I say that, not to say that they're not being coached, I'm talking about like you don't see a lot of snap plays being called. Like
I know, but
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
who's the Pelicans point
guard? Who's
the Pelicans point? Who was the Pelicans point guard when Alvarado was there?
I don't know.
Now you see what I mean, right? Now you see what I mean. Like every meal is not the same quality meal, right? Is basically what I'm getting at. Like I think there's a different element. There's a different look to what Alvarado looks like as a Knick, as opposed to what he looked like as a Pelican.
True story, and honestly, I mean, it happened to Mook too. There's certain guys that get more that are comfortable in this jersey.
It happened to Dante Enzo.
Nah, but he was already a good 3-point shooter, bro.
But he wasn't a franchise record-breaking 3-point shooter when he got here.
I feel you, but that's a matter of going from good to great. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's improvement. Are you admitting that's improvement though? Are you admitting that's improvement?
That's improvement, and it took time though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it took time. I'm just talking about the time factor. I'm not saying it can't happen. Doug, the playoffs is like 27 games is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys haven't even they may have just had a real practice together.
Yeah.
So no matter if he's working with the shooting coaches from now until then, I'm just saying I'm not expecting it. It could happen. I'm just not expecting that. But I still see his benefit beyond that anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Agreed. You know what I'm saying? If you see my point. Like to me, I look at his effect as being more so like Simmons, the dude who heisted the league. What's the Australian cat? Was playing with Embiid. He was an all-star, everything, and couldn't shoot a three. Where it wouldn't shoot a three for his life.
Ben Simmons, yeah.
Ben, I look at him as a more he can play make. He can play make, and he's good defensively. That's what I see from him, and he just gives me that. And he's gonna get his attempts at the rim, putbacks, alleys, whatever, because he gets up. But I'm not looking at scoring from him. You know what I'm saying? If that comes, that is a huge plus, and almost makes him a player that we may not be able to afford to keep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not looking for scoring from this dude either, and nor do we need it.
If I get it, I welcome it, and
Right.
I'm not saying it can't happen, but his positives beyond that, he's still in the net positive column.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We
At
don't need
least
points for
at
this
least to
dude.
me. But he needs to. I hope he's like already been with Josh's whoever Josh's coach is. So I hope he's already
Talking
started
about
their program.
with the shooting coach.
Yeah, whoever his shooting coach is, I hope he already started his program.
All right. So
I don't know, top notch T. I don't know if Sohan is another OG. He might be, but not now.
I ain't gonna
That
front,
that
On the
man. I know
defensive end, I hope so. Lord, I hope so.
yeah.
yo, give me prime Ben Simmons. I'll take it.
Right.
Prime Ben
Listen, the guy
Simmons was
was
an
brought
all
in here.
star who couldn't shoot.
That's easy.
He
That's low hanging fruit right there, bro.
right. He was
Yeah.
brought in here
Nah,
for rebounding and defense.
Prime Ben Simmons
And
isn't a fluke. Like that's not like you can't easily become that. Like he literally was the point guard and couldn't shoot and was doing and him and MB was doing work.
Right.
Prime Ben Simmons. Yeah, if I could get that from Sohan, what money?
Yeah,
Money in the bank.
for
Chip in the
one,
bank.
for one, bro, is that not like at a minimum what you already getting?
Nah, he's not. He's in that mold, but he's not. I wouldn't call him prime Ben Simmons yet. Do you
Yeah.
recall prime Ben Simmons, bro?
Yeah.
That man was getting like averaging something crazy like 9, 10 assists a game.
Nah, he not doing that. On the defensive end, though. On the defensive end, yo, I'm just gonna keep it a
Eh,
stamp. This dude legitimately is baby Ron Artest, and I know,
I don't know if he's as tough as Rondo.
I know,
Maybe this.
y'all always say
you
that to
had
me
a whole soliloquy about that
when I
yesterday,
say it
man. I don't know.
when I'm out in front of the conversations, people be like, I don't know, Uncle Freezy. That seemed
Y'all
like,
be
and then when it
Freezy.
happens, everybody
You be
comes
mad
to
quick.
Freezy and be like, yo,
You be
Uncle
mad
Freezy,
quick.
this dude is like a baby Ron Artest. And I'm like,
You you be mad quick to make these outlandish.
you gonna
Come
call
on, bro.
out. This is what the dude is.
Yo, Artest could score, bro. Artest
Understood.
could score
But here's the
from
thing.
distance too.
But here's the thing.
Artest was just a head case.
Nah,
That's what you want,
them
which
at
I
the
wouldn't
them
be
at the
mad at
same
because I think we do
them at
need a
the
head
same
case.
age. We're not talking
No,
about
no, we
we're not
don't.
talking about Ron Artest in his prime,
Yeah,
bro.
we do.
Now
We
we're not
don't
talking
need a
about
head
Ron
case.
Artest in his prime, bro. We
We don't
talking
need a
about
head case.
Ron Artest coming up the ladder. This is Jeremy Sohan coming up the ladder. Like we don't expect a 22-year-old dude that hadn't played in weeks to be like one of the greatest players of all time. What we want to do is have a reasonable expectation of his player archetype and what he brings to a team. And then the comparison is a guy that we've seen before. But when given the opportunity to just be
But
himself,
but
because
Ron Artest though,
Ron
bro,
Artest,
the dude, he was dangerous on the offensive end as well,
we're talking. We're not
and
talking
he
about.
wasn't.
We're not talking about prime Ron. We're not talking about MVP level Ron Artest, bro. Nobody's ever gonna be that. Who's gonna be MVP level Ron Artest? Nobody. Yeah, he finished fourth in MVP. Like,
OG could do it.
nah, OG ain't. OG too old, bro. OG too old. He ain't gonna never get that.
27.
OG is what he is, bro. OG is a player that tops out because his handle he can't get his handle is not defined.
Yeah,
You're right.
he definitely has to clean up.
He
That's what
ain't
he
work
needs
on
to be
that
working on.
Sohan
at
He
is
needs to
that
be
all.
working
already.
on that.
Sohan
Yes.
is
Because if O
Sohan is he's that already. He just don't want to play offense, bro. This is the thing. Sohan's not a bad offensive player. He's like a guy that just wants to. What's wrong with a dude that just wants to defend and be in transition, bro?
nothing at all. I'm just saying that dude isn't Ron Artest.
More Dennis Rodman than Ron Artest, but
More Dennis Rodman.
yeah, I don't. So Dennis Rodman was never
But I'm
like
not even
Dennis
going
a
to
Rodman is better
disrespect
than Ron.
Rodman.
What are we trying? Dennis Rodman is
No,
better than
I'm
Ron
talking.
Artest.
Hold
What are we
on,
talking
hold
about?
on,
No, yeah, it's
hold
better in a
on.
different way. It's
Right.
a
Wait,
I
different
think
are we?
it's
One dude's in the
different
Hall of
way.
Fame. One dude's in the Hall of Fame. One dude's.
no.
I mean,
We're not talking about the end of their career and what they accomplished. I'm just talking about total. Like I think he's
Style of
more Ron
play.
Artest
What
than he is. I mean, more Dennis Rodman than he is Ron Artest. He's not looking to score. You're right. That takes
and
Ron Artest
and
right out of
even
the
these
picture.
comparisons,
And
that we're doing
are a
right
bit
now
much. Right. It's a
are a
bit much
bit
for both.
much. It's a bit. Let
Right.
him play first. Let him play
Right.
first. Like this is stuff that cats did with Frank. I heard all kind of
Oh,
outlandish, like, oh yeah, I was
yo,
watching film. I was watching film on him. Yo, he got some Jordan in him. I think he got. Come on, man.
he could. Yeah,
All kinds of
they was ridiculous.
man,
outlandish.
They was
Let the
still
man.
man
drinking
If
play.
Alizé, bro. That crowd was still drinking Alizé. Like
Yeah, they were drinking. Yeah,
not the Alizé. Oh my God.
they was still
they
they
were
was
drinking
drinking
Incredible
Starbucks drinks
Hulks.
out the club, bro.
Incredible Hulks.
Right. That crew. Yeah, that crew was crazy, bro. Like the Frank crew.
Bro, Frank
Yeah, that
had
was wild.
Frank had half this fan base in a headlock, yo.
A headlock.
A headlock for the life of me. And to this day, I could not figure out why. Like, yo, like what is it that these cats saw that I was missing? Like,
Frank.
I couldn't
Frank
find
had the
nothing
fan
that
base
made me
dancing
think
to
that this
all.
dude was more than trash. It's
Yo,
nothing.
Freaky Frank had them cats dancing to Culture Club. I hear Karma Chameleon.
Video
They was
got
on
that.
Twitter
Come on,
26
come on,
hours
come
a
on,
day
come on,
for
come on,
Frank, bro.
chameleon. Let's go.
Yo, do you remember because this was before we even started the show.
Yeah.
We were still on the threads. Yo, some dude said like, oh, like I let him pipe my girl, and I sit there and watch and smile. Yo, I don't
Yo,
know what spells. I don't know what spells that this guy Frank played like
what the name of Paint
did
My
on,
Next are these dudes talking about, bro? Like,
bro. It was sick. Yo, they,
Tori B, let me tell Tori B this. I ain't gonna lie.
they formed a
The
church
first
around this
time,
dude.
the first time I heard the word hive was from Free Keith when Free Keith said, yo, y'all giving this man, y'all building this man a church. Y'all gotta hive. Legit, no lie. Hand to the man, the first person I ever heard say, y'all go to the Church of Frank of Latter-day Saints. Yo,
Yo, they were straight Frankstafarians, bro. Like it was crazy. You couldn't tell nobody that Frank wasn't trash, even though they saw him be trash night after night. Like, no, he's not getting enough minutes. He's not getting enough minutes because he's trash. Like, yo, like you're watching him be trash in the little minutes he's getting. And yeah, he's trash.
Bro, I remember when a dude said Frank is not trash, he's rubbish. Like, why y'all calling him trash?
He's rubbish.
He's English or he's French.
He's
like,
rubbish.
Like, bro, like what are we saying, bro? What are we saying? But in terms of Sohan though, what I'm saying is this. I understand how we temper expectations for players that we acquire. Right. I get that because for every Anthony Mason that you pick up from waivers from Portland, you pick up a Henry Ellenson and people be chanting MVP while he at the free throw line. Right. I tweeted at Freaky when they chanted MVP for Henry Ellenson at the free throw line. I'll never forget, man. I was in the hospital. I tweeted at Freaky like, bro, you hear this? Like that man scored 8 points and we're chanting MVP at the line. Because he scored 8 points. Right. And didn't score anymore after that, too, by the way. Right. So I get the low-hanging fruit. Like for every John Starks you get off the scrap heap from San Antonio or Golden State, there is also a Derek Williams that you're like, oh my God, what was that? So I get the thing with Jeremy Sohan. But here's the thing, though, with those guys, we were looking for a guy to save us. Right, we needed a player. We needed a guy like to come in those post Melo years to be something, right? We needed something to grab onto, right? With Sohan, right? With Sohan is coming in to develop in a complementary way. Like the things he's looking to develop just so happen are the things that we need in order to complement the guys on the roster, right? Because no lie, we've seen Mike Brown run a lineup of Brunson, Deuce. It was a Brunson, Deuce. I think it was Brunson, Deuce, Shamet, Hart, and Mitch. And I think the only other tall person on the floor, I think Landry Shamet was the tallest other person outside of Mitch, right? And so when you look at that type of you know what I'm saying, like he's gonna come in here just off of existing. He improves the roster. Jay, what's good, bro?
Everything. How you?
Man, everything's
good,
everything.
because
Bro.
always good.
Peace, peace, peace.
Yeah, man. So the Jeremy Sohan thing, I'm like, I understand we are coming from, especially in a year where the Knicks don't expect a guy off the bench to come in and propel them to a championship. Because if they propel, they're all basically propelling themselves to a championship already with the roster they have, right? But the addition of Jeremy Sohan gives you those looks. Like at the end of games, you're up by 7 with 50 seconds left to go. You can take Cat and others off the floor and play Mitch, Sohan, OG, Bridges, and Deuce. Whatever, Alvarado, whatever defensive lineup you want to go with, depending on the personnel. And now you can switch 1 through 5, and whoever hits or misses the game-winning shot is going to be heavily contested by whichever Nick is on the floor, right? Right. So it's one of those things. Plus, one of the things too I want to remind people of is, if you remember the salary that Sohan is coming in here at, the bar is set so low, whether it's a swing or miss, what you paid in salary is nothing compared to the upside that you're getting. If he contributes anything, it's an upgrade over Yabusele, right? These are the type things I'm talking about. Like if he contributes perimeter defense like we think he's going to do, that's the upgrade over Huck Porty and Yabusele automatically. Plus this dude could play small ball 5. OG could be a small ball 5 and close out lineups. We've seen Mike Brown do it this year already, with OG being a small ball 5 to close out games.
I just like the fact that we're like Tory. To me, the jury's still out on Mike Brown. For me, right? And there's some stuff in terms of game management that's kind of like raising an alarm bell for me. Like his substitution, sometimes it'd be like he's playing 2K. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just the weirdest subs, weirdest times. Like it, you know, like he's really legitimately playing like 2K. Like, and the fact that we have such a deep team makes that less of a concern for me. Because he can go ahead and do his 2K thing. But we got competent dudes who actually, a lot of them play multiple positions. And you know what I'm saying? And we have a roster that's a quality, I'd say, we have a roster that goes all the way down to like about the 9th or 10th man of cats who could start on other teams. And some of those 10 is not going to play.
Man,
This is what, like,
don't get my
you know what I'm
hopes up,
saying?
bro.
No, but you understand where I'm coming from. Like, it's not like, I think that's the biggest benefit to us being to having such quality depth, is that it allows Mike Brown to go ahead and game manage how he game manages, you know, pulling this guy, putting in that guy, this, that, and the other, whatever. it gives him more quality, more quality guys to run through. And I think like that's going to be a great benefit. It's hard to really plan for a team like that. You don't know who you're going to get, what combinations of guys you're going to get. Like it's really hard. It's a lot harder to plan for a team like that, but it's much harder to actually be a competent team like that unless you have the depth of roster like that we have. And I heard Tori say like we have one of the deepest. I definitely think that we got the deepest roster in the league.
Okay. Jake, what you think, bro?
And it will look even deeper when everybody is back and healthy.
Agreed.
We look deep right now without OG and Deuce.
Listen,
Yeah.
I agree with every single word. Every single word. That's how I was getting hyped. You said 7 games. I was spending time. My son just bounced. We were playing 2K. I think he bounced.
You and
You
and Mike Brown?
Me and Mike Brown and my son were playing 2K. And Mike Brown's on timeout. He's in the other room right now. He's on timeout. He lost. So the only difference is I think that with what we've seen with Mike Brown, I think the people will play. I think I've been saying this for a little while now. One of the issues that we were having with Mike Brown is he wanted everybody to play. And when you've got a great team, everybody can't play. It doesn't do well for them. Like, you almost stunted Diawara's growth by putting him in 1 minute every other game and or 3 minutes. Then when you finally gave him 18 minutes, now he started to burn, and he gave it to him consistently for a little while. At least he got a taste of it. The odd people out like Kolick and stuff, that's casualty of war when you get consistently great or good players. That's just what's going to happen. You know, if Kolick is a magician with the ball, he can see the whole court. He's like the Matrix, but he's still not like ready like Alvarado is. He's still not ready like that. You're going to have a couple guys in the middle. Diawara, I hope he doesn't lose a lot of minutes, but the fact of the matter is, if Sohan plays the way he's supposed to be playing and the way he's advertised, there's a great possibility the minutes are going to change quite a bit. And if we win a championship, are we going to remember that?
No.
No, of course not. Right. So I've been saying for a long time now that this year has been about Mike Brown. This whole year has been about Mike Brown. It's not necessary. Like, there's little sub stories, right? How are the kids playing? How's the core look? Cat, all these little trade rumors, all this stuff. Those are sub stories. The story for me is you brought in a guy who's supposed to do all these things, and I really think right now that we're winning despite Mike Brown. And I think it happened the day that Captain Clutch sat them all down by themselves, and we have not looked back since. We've lost a couple of close ones, but we won important ones, and we're playing really well. And not only did I've been watching this kid for a while now because he's got the wild hair and all that stuff, and the way. But when I don't know if you heard his presser today. He had a little presser, or today or the other day. I listened to it today, and man, he cursed like 4 or 5 times, but it was very proper. It was very proper. We're in the back. we're playing 2K. I know him, and I will just bust his shit. It was like it was so proper, right? And I was like, yo, I want him to do that. I would die if he just yammed it on somebody and turned around and said, I just busted your shit. Right? Like I'll lose it. So
Hilarious. I would be in tears behind that.
yeah. You and I, Team Crumpets later. Right now, I'm going to bust your shit. So
Bro,
this
is what I'm trying to tell
That's a
Free
first,
Keith.
David. That's a first. You agree with Jay? Look
Yo,
at that.
dog, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to tell Free Keith. I'm telling you, dog. Like,
You know me, I'm juvenile. I need to see that stuff.
Yo, I be trying to be, like when something is whack, I'm gonna say it's whack, bro. But when something is, I'm like, yo, nah, this kid, bro, this Sohan kid, of anybody in the NBA that's a perfect fit for what the Knicks need at the moment. Because as the Knicks change, the Knicks, what they need will change, right? But the way this team is constructed right now, right? Like think about this, before Sohan got here, when OG went to the bench, you didn't have another OG archetype player to come in. It was bringing in Landry Shamet, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and listen, this is no slight on Shamet because I got mad love for the light skinned dudes out there, man.
Bro, I think he's one of the brighter stars.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the brighter stars from the beginning of this season.
He's a man. Listen, Shamet has earned his keep with me, right? But man, bro, when we go to when OG sits and your options are Josh and Landry Shamet, it's no knock on them two, but both of these
they
dudes
can't do what he does.
Yeah, but Uncle Freezy is. I'm taller than both of them dudes in real life. You know what I'm saying? No slight on them, but they play big roles. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they play in these places, and then when dudes be dunking at the rim, and you see Landry Shamet standing there, and people be like, "Yo, it was such and such fault." Nah, it was actually his responsibility, but there's only so much he can do at his size. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that when OG leaves and now you have the option of filling in a Jeremy Sohan or Mo Diawara or whichever, right? You add more size as opposed to us looking small. And if you don't think teams take advantage of height and size and stuff, they do. They hunt for it in a pick and roll to either smash up your little guys against these screens with their bigs. They want Jalen Brunson running into a Steven Adams screen full speed. They want that, right? They want to get that mismatch in the post, Scotty Barnes versus Landry Shamet in the post. But as soon as you add a Jeremy Sohan, they not going to no Scotty Barnes versus Sohan in the post, right? So, Scotty Barnes is probably going to try to run the pick and roll away from the post, right? It's just it's just these things that you add, and the chess piece is there for Mike Brown to use at his discretion where he didn't have that piece before. And then plus Jeremy Sohan will cuss you out in the most proper Queen's English you ever heard.
I'm telling you, coming
and
in on a
invite you for tea and crumpets, just so you know. They get invited for tea and crumpets after that.
Fresh
so
they ain't even drinking Gatorade. It's tea and crumpets over there.
Tea and crumpets and finger sandwiches.
I promise you, pinkies out, and he's gonna come
I'm
in
here for all of
on
it. I'm
the
here
horse.
for all of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll punch you in your face, bro.
Yeah. Hey, bro. That was a lovely shot. Try that again. I'm gonna knock you out, bro. I can't wait.
Yo, but that sounded like Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Man, them try to block me, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he gonna. If you watch Alvarado, what he lacks for in size, he puts out with energy. The way he guards, he's like skin or a shirt on them. Right?
Yeah.
So he'll stay on them. Whether he's the best guard or the best defender or not. That doesn't matter. He knows how to stay in front of them. He's worked this way out. Sohan is going to come in. What we've been crying about for years now is we don't have big enough players to contest with the fast and the big teams.
Yeah.
Now we have small player to deal with aggressively with the small player. Now we have 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot, 7 foot, 7 foot. We are having these players, and they're all young. And Sohan's issue was that he wasn't like a problem, or he's a misfit for sure, but he got buried under new lineups over there in San Antonio. He got buried under people.
Right.
And when you get
Vassell
buried,
and Castle is the truth.
you know, right?
Dude.
Castle's the
Vassell and
truth.
And
Castle
Dylan Harper,
and
yeah.
Dylan Harper is the truth.
Right.
He's not
And
like he lost
Wemby.
his spot because he a scrub. He lost his spot because those dudes are
Yeah.
head and shoulders above
Right.
him. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not a knock on him. They're just great players.
That's
Right.
why he lost
Roster
his spot.
construction.
That's a fact. That's a
Right.
fact. That's a
Like,
fact.
it's not
Roster
like, oh,
construction.
this dude is trash. No, he not trash. He just happened to be in a place where them dudes are great.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
it didn't take away from the fact that he was playing 12 points, almost 7 rebounds a game in 20 minutes. Anyway.
Yeah.
So give me that off the bench now. Plus some proper, some proper picks. And and some of that wild, Rodman, wild Ron Artest-like style defense, and I'll be all right with that. Bring them in there because we're not like you said, we're not degressing. We are going above water. We are way above water at this point. And like the other night, everybody, whether people like to know this or not, the benchmark teams play 10 people. The benchmark teams, the OKCs, the other people, they play about 9, 10 people. Because what these young men like the Alvarado and the Sohans now, what they're doing now, not only bringing athleticism, aggression, talent, but they're also doing something else. They're going to allow our core to have rest. They're going to allow OG, who gets banged up with his legs and stuff, to not have to play 35 minutes a game. Right? OG could be in there at the end of the game if necessary. Most likely, he'll be at the end of the game and he'll start the game, but he'll shave about 5, maybe 6 minutes off of each game for that guy, right? And I've always said that JB was a combo guard, does best when he plays with a point guard because he's a scoring guard. He's a shoot first guard who could still get you 10 assists, but he's a shoot first guard. So if he watch what happened in the Emirates Cup. They yanked Mikhail, brought in Kolik, and they worked together and they put in 3 bigs or about two bigs and a mid.
Yeah, it was the 2 bigs and them.
Right, and we won. So look, Mike Brown is winning. Is like you lost me with Mike Brown already. The moment that he didn't take his hands out of his pockets with that Draymond stuff. And he sat on the thing and he hugged the brother for about 25 minutes after the game. Damn near nibbled his ear off at the end.
Trash.
Invited him over for fondue. It was I had enough right then and there. You lost me with him. So is it necessary to have a coach that is going to do that? Sure, but we have about 12 coaches who have great experience behind them. So I'm not worried about the coaching. I'm worried about the players. And our core has been here now for a few years, and they know how to get it busted. And I really believe in that. And your best players are supposed to be the extension of your coach, like Duncan with Popovich, etc., like that. I don't think it's like that with our team. I think our team might hear blue and they might run green because they just are moving at that moment and they're knowing what they're doing. I'm excited about it. I'm happy. Look, I'm gonna give it up to one part of this organization, and that's the top echelon, Leon and them, the people who are digging through the crates. I'm in music. If you know about digging through the crates, you find something really, really excellent. It could be Roy Ayers or something like that, and they're only selling it for 50 cents. You like 50 cents? You know who this man is? Let me get that. Bing. And that's what I think they did a fantastic job shaping this. But Mike Brown's along for the ride for me.
Curry, you know you my guy, but Cat do a lot of things, but he don't flop. He complain a lot, but he don't flop.
Yeah, he complains a lot.
That's not
But he
cool.
doesn't. He's not a
That's
flopper.
he don't fly. He don't flop. That's he don't do that.
No. They flop out there in LA though, but they don't flop.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about? Oh, y'all talking about the chat? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes people just put stuff in the chat to get your attention, stop you from talking on stage.
Nah,
Oh no, I was just going off of what Bob said. I didn't even look in there. I didn't even look in there.
Yeah, they just.
Curry must have said it about 6 times now, and it's just not true. So
Yeah. So yeah, man, people be trolling.
Curry, get some sleep, man. I hope your
Yeah.
mom is all right.
Yeah.
Hope your mom is okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
No,
So,
that's a serious note. I hope his mom is okay. He just came back from the hospital, pick it up. So I hope everything's good.
yeah, that's what
Hope
I'm
everything's
saying.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and salute to the son of the legend, Kerry Cox, man. I think we all have the same sentiment, man. Take care of yourself,
Yeah, man.
and all that stuff, man. Hope your family
You gotta be good
okay.
so you could take care of mom. So you gotta get some rest.
Yeah. Caretakers got to take care of themselves first.
That's right.
So yeah, man. Hey, Freaky, just real quick, man. I want to throw this thing out there at you. This is one of the things I was going to send it to you in the text, but since the game's on here, I'll say it right here in front of you. Are you scared that Boston may get Jason Tatum back, like ESPN is saying, and that they'd be the best team in the Eastern Conference, and that the Knicks may be the third or fourth, I think they said the fourth or fifth best team in the East after Jason Tatum get back? Does that make you scared?
4th or 5th behind.
Yo, didn't we beat them with Tatum
Right.
all playoffs? So I don't see what there is to be scared of. Huh. And he's going to be back by the end. He's going to be back by what? The end of the season? He's going to be prime Tatum, you think, for a playoff run?
I'm saying that's what they're saying.
Hey, look, Merry Christmas. Hope that works out for them.
There we go.
Because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of that makeup. When I beat you healthy, and now you're going to be actually kind of compromised a little bit. I'd be disappointed if we didn't beat them.
Okay. So according to them, there's Boston that may get Tatum back, and then there is an element of Cleveland. 2 teams in the Eastern Conference are the hottest team in the NBA right now. One team you expected to be this, and the other team you didn't. The 2 hottest teams in the NBA right now are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
Right. And so does that make you nervous or scare you some that Cleveland has finally started clicking, Boston's getting Tatum back, and the team to beat is not the Orlando Magic, who we thought was going to take this step, but the Charlotte Hornets who are taking this step? Does that make you nervous?
Not for me.
The Cavs, to me, in my opinion, gotta beat us in the playoffs for me to actually take them seriously. And Charlotte needs to make it to the playoffs for me to take them seriously.
I love that Charlotte team, though, man. I really
Yeah.
like those guys.
Yeah,
They're a fun team to watch, though. They're a
Yeah,
fun
and
team
I
to
like
watch.
them young scrappy guys. I
But
love
you
them.
beating that team. You beating that
Oh
team
yeah,
in the
I'm not worried about
in
them,
a
but I
7-game
like them.
series.
First of all,
You know who their
they're
starting
too
center is, right?
young. They're too young. They're too
They
not
play a fun
have
brand
that
of basketball.
Right. They play a brand of basketball that we're excited by. That was one of my first starter jackets back in the day because I used to love that team,
Yo,
LJ and all that. That was, I don't even know why. It was
dog,
turquoise as hell.
I had to fight on the train for my starter jacket, bro.
Yeah. Me
My
too. I had to
starter.
fight on the L train with my yo, it's funny that you said that. Yo,
I had
and
to fight,
it
bro.
was turquoise as hell with the purple, and you know what? I love that. I love that jacket because that team, when they came out, them and the Magic, same time, they were exciting to watch. They're exciting again like that to watch. But to watch, they don't scare me at all. But Boston, let's not forget, our team was built for one reason only. It was built to beat Boston. Cavaliers were a surprise team last year. That was a surprise. It was supposed to be Boston and us. No one knew about the Cavaliers being, jumping in there. And they turned out to be exactly what they were, a surprise goodbye. They jumped in and jumped out the playoffs. I don't think that bringing in the beard does much because, I'm really not concerned with it. I'm not concerned with it. He's going to get agitated. Alvarado might do something to his beard.
Yo, Alvarado is the type of dude. Yo, he's that dude in the pickup game. It's like, yo, why are you doing so much? Leave me alone. Like,
he the cable guy, bro. Y'all ever saw that movie?
Yeah, I love that. I love that movie.
Yo, leave me alone, yo.
Not even a pickup game, like the family barbecue.
Yeah,
we having a good time. Yo, chill. No more drinks for cousin Bruce. He's done.
Bro, Alvarado like that dude that has a wristband on every body part. Like, bro, you got wristbands on your calves, bro?
Yeah, where how to get that?
Yeah, I love Alvarado, yo. He has sneaky little. Oh man, I love him. I love him.
And he's definitely a Brooklynite.
Yeah.
You can feel it. Just the way he walk around, you can just feel it.
Right.
That's why I call him Big Brooklyn.
My old neighbor. He reminds me of my old neighbor. I lived in Bushwick in the 90s. I lived in Bushwick, and he looked just like him, bro. Come out. And he was always like, yo, what up, man? What up? I'm like, yo, it's 7 in the morning, bro.
Like, yo, relax.
I'm trying to get a sausage, egg, and cheese. What are you doing? Yeah.
But yo, if y'all like Alvarado because of that, Sohan is like 8 times more than that. I don't know. I don't even know if y'all gonna be able to take Sohan, bro. Like Sohan might be too much for y'all, bro. Sohan
I
is
just
like
need him to get lit.
Sohan
with his
like
accent.
Type of dude that's gonna put Red Bull in his coffee and then crush up some no-dos and put it in there too and drink that. Right? Like he's that dude, bro.
Then I'm glad that he's excited to be here.
Yeah.
And that's a theme too. Each one, including Yabu, who left, was all excited to be here.
Yeah.
But then he
no
was
more
also
LOL
excited
Knicks.
to bounce. Right. Because he wasn't getting burned. But the fact of the matter is, I really think that this team has been put together correctly and we're pulling place, I call it the Legoland team. You could literally change parts and move parts and make a different lineup every time you need a different lineup. And I like that. We're not stuck on one lineup. We're not stuck on Shamit coming in to play the 4. We're not stuck on him to play the 3. That's unnecessary. He can play.
Jay, you mind if I just say something to that point though? You mind if I drill down on that point that you just made?
Yeah.
One of the things, so one of the things about Blorange Tears, yo, we throw so many points out there. Sometimes we don't drill down. I want to drill down on this one though. The thing about roster flexibility in the case that Jada Chosen one just mentioned though, is when you throw a lineup out there and it's not clicking. In the past, you would give that lineup extra time to try to get it going, and sometimes the team just couldn't get it going, and it gave us the impression that the team is just flat. Like y'all remember those games where it looked like the Knicks energy just wasn't there?
Yep.
Like they just come out flat. It's because they didn't have a alternate plan to go to kickstart something. But now that you have Alvarado and Sohan and others that are proving themselves this year, if something comes out and it's flat, you can pivot from that,
Like
go
this.
to something of quality until that other thing kicks in. And if that other thing doesn't kick in, you can just keep with the roster flexibility. You can trap full court press, play fast, right? Speed up the other team ball hand. If that don't work, you can slow it all the way down, get them in the half court, grind them down. If that don't work, you can shoot the three, do all of these things. Like legit, there are a lot of different directions you can go when you have a roster as deep as this one. Jay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I felt like you had a good point, bro. And in fairness to the point itself, I felt like we need to kind of drill down on it.
Yeah, no, listen, that's kind of where I was going, but I'm glad that you expanded upon it, because that's really what I'm saying, you know, and like for instance, like Wingstop has sometimes been Wings and Things. You don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, Wings and Things is cool, but it don't. If it's you know, you're all right, but you're not real comes to mind sometimes, and you gotta switch that up, and we can move that up. But that right there, what you just brought to the table of on the point, that really is a Mike Brown thing. And Mike Brown really has to get to work on being able to pivot properly. And if he does that, and I say a lot of prayers for that man. I'm gonna tell you, if he knows what you just said, because that's what I was trying to get at. If he pivots properly, we will never be. We will never be. We will never have the wrong lineup out there for the long time. We'll never have that again, because he'll notice something and he'll be like, okay, let me make this move real quick. When they switch, I'll switch you back in. Don't worry about it. When they switch, I'll switch you back in. Let's say Sohan really gets off the way where you're feeling he's gonna get off. You might see two power forwards, a tall, you know, Michaela, two, just for like a 5-minute run, a Sohan, OG, and the Mitch. Now you got defense everywhere, and the captain at the point guard, right? Or you might see 2 point guards and 3 big guys out there. I think it's unlimited now. You can move them any way you want and build anything you want with them.
And that's why I was saying, that's what I was alluding to earlier. That's what I was alluding to earlier when I said that this depth plays well into Mike Brown's 2K style of roster management during the game. Like now it's almost like he can't mess up, because you got so many, like everybody can play their part now.
Yeah.
Like everybody can play their part. Like, all right, so cool. You want to pull this guy out and pull that one in and this, that, and the other. Like we actually have the talent to do that. All right.
Yep. Yep.
Go ahead. But like to me, the jury is still out on Mike Brown though. Like he don't seem to be a tactician to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
In the regular season, bro, you ain't gonna cut him no slack in the regular season, bro. Yo,
Dog, I come from the Tibbs school of you perform how you practice. You can't wait until the playoffs to turn on the what's like it's got to come
Bro,
at
Tibbs
some
is a
point. It's got to show itself. It's got to show itself during the season. Like, and
come
you
on,
see
dog.
him on the sidelines. Like,
Everybody not
the
gonna
dude
beat
is not
Tibbs.
really a tactician.
Tom Thibodeau
All
was a
right,
virgin,
man.
bro. Tom Thibodeau ain't never had a lady because his first love is basketball, bro. That's all he cared about, bro. But then when you see
That man.
him, go ahead, bro, my bad.
No, finish your soliloquy.
No, what I was gonna say is, but when Tibbs, with all that said, Tom Thibodeau didn't make adjustments in the playoffs, bro. We saw it.
He made it too late.
We saw a
That's what
team.
got him fired.
We saw a team use a junk high school defense against the Knicks. They went to a 3-2 zone to eliminate the Knicks ball handling. And instead of Tom Thibodeau going to penetrators that can break down, that can get past the top three to get dunks at the rim, he didn't even try. He was like, yo, you know what? Instead of shooting threes from 22 feet, shoot them from 26 feet. That ain't no strategy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That ain't no strategy, bro.
If he was less
feel
get
you.
off my lawn, if he was less get off my lawn style, you know what I mean? Because he had a little bit of get off my lawn in him. You know what I mean? Like, right? And if he had,
I know what got him canned. I know what got him canned. Yeah,
Right.
that very much.
but
This
he also
league,
didn't
this
have
league
a
right
bench.
now ain't built for that.
Right.
But he didn't have this. He didn't have this kind of depth.
No, he didn't have that nearly this depth. And you know what? I blame him for a few things, right? But to be nervous to go to Kolik, an undersized guard who is not playing defense and stuff, and you
A rookie in the playoffs.
a rookie, right? And you don't really have the depth in that, and then you bring in a few other players, they're not playing correctly. You have all these other injuries, and the one thing about Tibbs too is I think Tibbs towards the last 2 years was nervous because we should have won in 24, and in 24 we were decimated.
And we still should.
That was our year. I knew that was our year.
Still should have beat the Pacers.
And we should have still beat them. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. And I remember hating every moment of it, right? Hearing Reggie's voice on the damn screen, all this, everything, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. The way Dante, the way the captain played, the way they all played, they played strong and physical. If they would have had the depth that we had right now, we win that championship in 24 right now. Right now.
We should have won it in 23. The year we lost to
Right.
Miami. The year we lost to Miami, he let RJ Barrett go.
I don't think
Hold on.
we wasn't gonna beat.
Hold on. Let me finish. In 23, RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes were stinking up the joint. Quickly goes out with the ankle sprain in game 4. Instead of this man going to the bench and getting offense off the bench in Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose, he looked at them dead in the eyeballs and said, Deuce. He put Deuce McBride in the game, and Deuce now and I'm not blaming Deuce, but in a moment when you need to keep a lead, you're gonna grab a young guy that you hadn't played all year instead of
he played Deuce.
2 veterans. No. He had been.
No, in 23, he really didn't play Deuce because Deuce was behind.
That man went to Detroit.
Quickly.
He traded. He went and, he told Derrick Rose he was going to be a Knick when Derrick Rose was a Piston. Derrick Rose was in Detroit knowing any day now he was going to be a Knick because Tom Thibodeau wanted him, bro. And then when you got Derrick Rose and Evan Fournier on the bench, all you need is 5 points. He's like, nah, I'm going to play Deuce, right? Because Deuce wasn't even playing in that series until Quickly turned his ankle.
He wasn't at all.
And then that same Miami
But he was playing well, though. He was playing well.
That
Like, that's
same,
so. I
Nah, he was not.
understand. I understand.
Deuce wasn't no. Deuce was not playing well, bro. Deuce was trash. Then he's
Not
great now.
defensively.
He was trash then. He's great now. But how did you pick Deuce McBride over Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose, who was carrying you in the early part of your regime? And then that same team that we lost to, they fumbling behind went made it all the way to the finals and lost to Denver, a team we dominated all year. Bro, the Tibbs thing is to me is here and there at the same time, bro. I want to show that man some love, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and be like that man didn't make no
Oh no,
mistakes.
it was time to move on. It was time to move on. No,
Right.
no, no, no.
And
That, that,
I never said he
don't
didn't
take
make
my.
mistakes either.
Yeah, I could pray. We could praise and what you call it at the same time, like praise and critique at the same time. Like
Definitely.
he definitely wasn't perfect. But I tell you
Facts.
what,
He's better than
I
this
do
man.
recall. I do think that Mike Brown may not have been the guy that
But
is that is the bless you that is the improvement over Tibbs. That's
I
my
don't.
contention,
I don't think he
and it's
is.
funny. That's
Mm-mm.
yeah. I don't think that he is the
But I
that
don't think he really
he's
needs
the
to be.
guy
You
that.
know, I feel like
That's where I
we
was
get
going
to a
next.
place, right? Yeah, go ahead. I'm
What
sorry.
they no that but you see where I'm headed. It's I feel like he doesn't actually need to be with this particular team.
Right,
They know what they're doing.
right,
They know what they're doing, and talent, an extent of talent, is what we need on this squad.
right. I
And
think,
I think that's what we got right now.
yeah, I think we always gloss over the fact that Tibbs is gone for a big part of that is because the players didn't want to play for him no more. Like the
No,
plan,
I
Them,
think
right?
certain
Because
players.
everybody
them.
said the plan
I think
was.
it was McCall.
I think it was more than McCall because I don't think McCall alone could get him out the door. I remember Deuce complaining
No,
about him. Like he literally was in, and I'm like, damn, Deuce. I thought him and Deuce was, but
I thought that was
Deuce
his
was
son.
complaining about him. Right. It wasn't just McCall. I think it was a collective of the players that were complaining. And I think we gloss over that. If you own a business, right, and you're trying to figure out why your employees are under performing, and you go and you sit down and you talk to them and they complaining about the management, you're gonna get rid of the management because you
Yeah,
want your company to succeed. And I think people gloss over the fact that these players didn't want to play for Tibbs anymore. And when you have players that don't want to play for a coach, you have to make a move. So everybody could get mad and be, oh, they shouldn't have got rid of Tibbs. No, I think we're in a place where we
his,
understand that he lost these guys and they didn't want to play for him anymore.
yeah. And then plus he was here 5 years. How many years do
Yeah,
you
I
I
mean,
need?
right.
and
I don't think
I
any
think
of
Tibbs
us
honestly,
is an
we
amazing
simply
coach, and
nah.
need
I
to
think
keep
he
him.
did a great job with this team. But once the players are like, that's it,
Yeah,
that's it.
A couple things,
There's
a
nothing
couple
we
things
could
can
do
be
anymore.
right at the same time. Like
Always
it's not a
available.
linear thing. Like yeah, he was a great coach. He was a great coach. His record with our team was great. He
Oh,
came in here,
absolutely.
got to the playoffs his first year, and turned a 21 team win team into a 42 win team.
I don't
Like
think
he was
anybody's
Right.
great.
denying that
His
though.
his time ran up. His time ran
Right,
up.
right,
Needed to move on. My
right.
contention is Mike Brown wasn't the guy to move on to. That's my contention. It like Tibbs ain't
I
here no more.
mean,
It's cool. I
I think
understand
that
why he was left, but I
they
don't
did
think
their due
like
diligence,
even from
right?
the
I
time.
think. Go ahead. I'm
That's my
sorry.
thing.
No, what I'm saying
I
is,
don't
I
think
think
that.
they did their due diligence in the fact that they interview as many people as they could. I don't think that their intention at the end of the season was to fire Tibbs. So I think they got
Yeah,
caught out there at the end of the season where everybody's like, "There's no plan." The plan was this guy, these players don't want to play for him no more. We got to get him out of here, and then the search begins. I think they did their due diligence by literally interviewing everybody. Don Staley got an interview. Like they interviewed everybody. And of all the candidates they interviewed, they settled on Mike Brown. And when I say settle, I mean settle because we know that he's not the best coach in the league, but he probably was the best in that bunch for what they thought, for the direction they wanted to take the team in. Whatever he said impressed them enough to bring him in the door. Do I think he was the right move? Time will tell. The jury's out for me. I don't, the Draymond thing, it's never going to go past. I'm never going to look past that and be like, I could forget about it. I'll never forget about that.
No, he lost me right then.
I'll never forget about. I wouldn't say I'm
Yeah,
completely
he
lost,
definitely
but I'm
did.
just like, guy, no, thank you. That's not cool.
But he's a nice
You
guy.
know,
I'm
right?
not a
I
I'm
don't.
not the dude that's a fan of the nice guy coach.
Right.
That's just me. Um, but also, I think that what we're overlooking, right? He came in of all those people. You said we interviewed all these people, and
We
I
did. They
believe that
interviewed quite a
that it
bit of
was
people.
said, uh, I believe it was said that one of the main criterias was them being able to have a plan to maximize cap. Am I
Oh,
right
I
or
don't
wrong?
know.
I believe that that was one of
No,
I
the
don't know. I
criteria
don't think that was
no.
the
The
that
main
thing.
was said
point is,
that they.
no. The main point
Com-
was collaboration,
right,
collaborative.
collaboration and communication.
Yeah, that was the main thing.
and
Yeah.
and but I earlier on in the search it was stated that like one of the main priorities that they were looking for was a plan to
Was playing
maximize cap.
faster.
But I mean, why would
Collaboration
they
and
be
playing
looking for a
faster.
plan to maximize Cat when Cat played great
No,
basketball for the Knicks last season?
oh
I don't
man, I
know.
wish I had my computer with me so I could
I'm not saying that. I'm
dog
not
like that
saying
was
that
one of
you
that was
not
one of the points.
being truthful. I'm just saying I don't get why that would be a point when he played great basketball on the
Yeah,
Knicks.
That's Nick's Twitter. Nick's Twitter probably said that.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
by the
no, no,
way,
no,
if
no,
that
no,
was
no,
the
no.
case, he's not doing that.
Yeah.
He's not doing that. And honestly, Tibbs Cat still to this day had his best seasons under Tibbs.
Right. Season, because they only played
For
one together.
all for all
Right.
the no, they played no, even in Minnesota.
Oh, right. I
His
forgot he
best
played with him in
seasons of
Minnesota.
his
I forgot.
career, his best seasons of his career have been under Tibbs, hands
Right.
down.
Right. 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 Right.
No chaser. Tibbs
Yeah,
knows how to use him the best of any coach that he's had in the NBA.
yep.
Yes, and to me, like your coaching search, like I think like I don't even think that that Mike Brown is the best of the people they spoke to.
It
I
surprised
would
me.
kind of like to see what I was very surprised that they landed on
Very
Mike Brown, to tell you
surprised.
the truth. But
The name surprised the shit out
and
of me. Pardon me, the hell out of me
and I'm
when he.
not impressed. I'm not.
Look,
Everybody was all
we could
excited. I'm
right.
not
I'm not a.
impressed.
We could all say that we're not impressed, right? Because I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna say I'm not impressed with coaching, right? Because my beef with him don't. Some of the things he does is very questionable, and I side eye him. But my beef with him is, but I don't like the way he handles his players. I don't like the talking in the media. I didn't like the whole Draymond thing. That's
No,
my beef with him.
yeah,
So the coaching aspect, there's moves that he makes that I'm like, what are you doing? But I said that about Tibbs 1,000 times. So the jury is out on his coaching. I don't like the man. I don't like how he handles the players that are here. I
I
don't like.
dig it.
Let me not even say the players. I don't like how he handled Cat at all. I don't care how anybody feel about him. That is your player, and when he is on your team, you do not go in the media and bash him at all. If he dropped
ever.
40 points and grabbed 12 and 14 rebounds, and you
Yep.
said that was the reason y'all lost, we got a problem. I can't. I don't. It was too much of it. The man couldn't do no right by him. I'm like, well, damn. He had 40 points. Where everybody else was at? like he's the reason they lost, but whatever.
Yeah,
So
that was
I didn't like
Yeah,
it. Whatever you
I agree
doing,
with
whatever
that.
you saying, even if it was the reason, you don't get on the stage and say that to the media. You say that to him. That's like having beef with, and I say
that
that
was
all the
lowbrow.
time. I don't care how I feel about my family in the house. We could hate each other. We could be in there bickering, arguing, and fussing like cats and dogs. When we in the street, I got you. Then when we go back
Always.
home, I could
Normally,
go back to
I
hating you
I
over
feel
and
like
over and over again.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't care how anybody feel
that's
about Carl
fair.
Anthony Towns as a person, as a ball player, as anything. We are a collective. We are a family. You do not. bash your kinfolk in front of the people. You don't do it.
All I'm
Sorry.
saying is nobody
This
better
is-
not have an attitude
this
with
is-
Spike. That's all I'm saying. Free Keith, if somebody have an attitude with Spike, we got beef, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. That's it. Fellas, I gotta cut out.
All right, Joe.
So
I
it
gotta
was
cut
good
out.
rocking with y'all. So I'm a head on out the door.
All right. All
Peace,
right.
people.
Peace, peace.
Yeah, man. I think
I'll
we all
get at
know.
you soon, sorry. I saw the thing.
Yeah. Hey, man. Thank you everybody for coming through. Rocking, man. Free Keith legit stayed here way longer than what he normally do, man. We appreciate you, brother, for giving us so much of your time, bro.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, man. You got anything else before we wrap up?
Like, look, y'all. I know a lot of y'all are really attached to Mo Diawara. I love the kid. I think he got a bright future. But we're a championship
In
team,
Milwaukee.
so the best guys are going to be out there playing. The best guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best guys. So don't, if you start to see less of Mo, and don't, you know what I'm saying? He's a rookie. So just kind of remember that. He's a rookie on a championship contending team. Just remember that. That's
All
super
right.
deep with veteran play.
You know, let me say my last words. First of all,
Hey, Jay, let me do this real quick. So we'll let Jay go, and then Free Keith, you can finish up since it's the Free Keith show. So
okay, I wanted to say something to the Free Keith, and then I'll bounce, and you guys can do your thing. All right.
Okay.
Brother, I know we don't get an often chance to sit in the same area together, even though we're in the same family and umbrella. But I really enjoyed kicking it with you because I think that you and I think quite alike in all this thing. My favorite saying, I'm sorry, I'm Italian, this happens all the time. My favorite saying is that two things could be right at the same time. That's my favorite thing. And you broke it out tonight. And when you broke it out, I knew right then and there, that's my guy. That's my guy. Get it. He understands it. He understands. I get it. So I'm with you on like everything you said tonight, you know, and let's not forget that too, that we're gonna win with the best players that we have out there because we are trying. There's only one way to go from where we came from. We've been stepping up each step. The next step is only one place, and you have to use your best available people. And this kid is a rookie, and we're not talking about Patrick Ewing rookie. We're talking about a rookie. All right? I'm not dissing him. I love him. I love the kid. But if Sohan does better, use him. Use him.
Use them.
That's it. Period.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We're a championship team now. Y'all need to think like chip or die. I'm not even thinking about off-season moves. Like just
Yeah.
it's the chip this year. And whoever's best suited to get that needs to be playing. Period. Hands down. That's it. Case closed.
Case
Right.
don't go.
Like you can play next season.
Yeah.
You can play next season.
Right.
Or you here for in case of catastrophic injury. You know what I'm saying? You're in. But like, nah.
I'm with that.
Right.
So I would expect to see a little less Mo.
Okay.
Be prepared. Be prepared.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
Sweet. Well,
Salute.
Oh, before we head out, salute to all the guys and girls who rock with us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe. Hit that like. Yeah, right there. You got it.
all right. Make sure y'all turn notifications on. I think
Turn those notifications on.
You're right. Turn on all notifications just because only about 2.9% of everybody has notifications turned on. That's the difference between us being us and us being SNY. So if y'all turn all notifications on, you know the sky will be the limit for Blorange Tears. Thank you everybody for coming through, hanging out. This was Knicks Freestyle. We're gonna holler at y'all later, everybody. Peace.